When I was a kid growing up in Sydney, the kids in our street used to play a game we called Slash National, which was cricket of sorts. And when you're batting, the rule was slash, or have a slog, or smash it, or if you were deemed to not be having a good enough crack, you were out. It wasn't 6 and out like other games, it was 6 or out. You had to hit it as hard as you could. That's the sort of spirit we're doing it. We sign up for something we can't do, and then train like crazy to try and do what we can't do, and maybe we'll make it.
One of the consequences of COVID for me was that I've been riding a bike for 8-10 years now, but not really bike fit to do a ride across Australia. So with COVID, I was able to pretty much ride every day, which I did, and got myself bike fit. So I can now, even at my age, have a crack at riding across Australia with a whole bunch of other people. Yeah, it's going to be a real adventure.
My name's Richard Logan. I've been riding a bike a bit more seriously for the last 3 years.
My name's Mike Jeffs. I've been riding for almost 10 years.
My name's Narelle Logan and I've been riding for 3 years. We've signed up for a Ride for Compassion. It's coast to coast, starting in Perth, WA, and we are going to be riding across the Nullarbor through outback New South Wales and finishing up in Newcastle. It's just under 4,200 kilometres. We're going to be averaging 160 kilometres a day over 28 days of riding.
It's called the Ride for Compassion Coast to Coast. There's about 25 or 30 riders, about 10 people support staff, helping cook, and a couple of physios, and people driving a bus and a truck with all the gear and following us so we don't get run over by the road trains.
The main thing that we're raising money for is the Critical Intervention Fund, and that covers all the extra things that sponsorship doesn't cover. So if a child has medical needs, if a child is in unsuitable housing and they need extra housing, new housing, or they need their houses to be fixed up, the money will be used for that. In fact, 16 children in Rwanda have actually been identified as having unsuitable housing. One of those projects that we're going to be supporting through this ride is to get good housing for those 16 children. A couple of years ago, when I joined my husband on a shorter version of a Ride for Compassion, we met a number of people who had done a coast to coast. And these were just ordinary, everyday people who enjoyed bike riding but were passionate about compassion. And I thought, it got me thinking, maybe I could possibly do this.
To prepare, we get up on cold mornings like this morning when my weather app said it was 6 degrees, but it feels like 3, but I can't confirm that because I was numb. We're doing a lot of riding, trying to ride 4 or 5 days a week at the moment. I'm trying to do about 350 kilometres a week.
The last couple of months I've been building up my kilometres. I practiced going up and down this hill out here on Royal Palm Drive that a lot of Goodlifers know about.
By the time I commenced the ride, almost 30,000 kilometres in training and preparation. I feel like I'm ready for it. Yeah, it's a challenge, but it'll be something that it'll be an adventure for all of us, and there'll be a lot of camaraderie, 30 odd riders, and again, it'll be something that you wouldn't normally do, but it's for a worthy cause, and that makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, a worthy cause is compassion. I guess some of you may not know, but I'm the oldest serving board member in the world now for Compassion. I've been on the board for 27 years this year. It's a cause and an organisation that certainly very passionate about, very near and dear to our hearts as well as a family.
I love the work of compassion and very passionate about that.
So the goal is to raise $2 million. Thus far, they've raised almost $500,000. So we're well on the way to getting $2 million. And hopefully, in this last 2 months before we ride, there'll be a lot of opportunity to see that gap diminish and bridge the gap between $500,000 to $2 million.
So we have a link that you can go to, so rideforcompassion.com/Logan, and that will take you to our sponsorship page where you can either choose to make a financial donation of your choice, or you can choose to sponsor a child.